Mark Donovan was like many hardworking men in his mid-30s, married, a stable job, a mortgage, and a routine that ran like clockwork. Every evening when he returned from work, his mother, Margaret, would greet him with a warm smile, her silver hair tied in a bun, her frail hands still busy in the kitchen. But one evening, her voice was softer than usual, almost tired. "Dinner's ready, Mark," she said, placing a bowl on the table. Then, hesitating, she added, "Son, my clothes are so old now. They tear so easily. Could you buy me a few new ones?" Mark frowned, clearly annoyed. "Mom, your clothes are fine. You're old. You don't need trendy outfits. What would you even do with them?" His wife, Emily, who was folding napkins by the counter, looked up sharply. Her tone was gentle but carried weight. "Honey, she's been wearing the same clothes for almost 8 years. Don't you think she deserves at least a few new ones?" Mark shrugged dismissively. "She doesn't earn money. I feed her, give her a roof over her head. If she wants extras, maybe she should. I don't know. Figure out a way to earn it." Margaret quietly lowered her gaze, saying nothing. Her wrinkled hands trembled slightly as she wiped the table. She had spent her entire life sacrificing for her only son, and now, those sacrifices were being measured in dollars. The next day, Mark came home from work and dumped his bundle of dirty clothes on the couch. "Mom, you didn't wash these?" he asked, sounding impatient. Before Margaret could answer, Emily stepped in, holding a notepad in her hand. "Let's see," she said with mock seriousness. "That's 6 shirts and 4 pairs of pants. Normally, that would be about $40, but since she's family, she'll accept $30. Mark blinked. "What? She's charging me to wash my clothes?" Emily tilted her head. "Well, you could always hire a laundry service. But your mother has been doing it for years, for free. Don't you think her time is worth something?" Frustrated, Mark slapped a $30 bill on the counter and stormed off. The following morning, Margaret placed a warm plate of eggs and toast in front of him. But Emily's voice chimed in again. "Breakfast $50, and washing the dishes afterward $30. You better pay quickly, you'll be late for work." Mark's face turned red. He threw the money down. This is ridiculous. Yet the days continued the same. One afternoon, Mark announced, "Mom, my friends are coming over tonight. Please make sure the bathroom is clean and the living room spotless." Emily folded her arms. "House cleaning and bathroom scrubbing. Let's call that $120. Mark slammed his hands on the table. "What kind of nonsense is this?" Emily looked him dead in the eyes. "Isn't it funny, honey? You said your mother doesn't work. Yet her whole life she's been cooking, cleaning, washing, caring for you, for free. You never noticed because you never paid for it. You take it for granted because love, unlike money, doesn't leave a receipt." Mark froze. For the first time, he noticed his mother's tired shoulders, her worn hands, the way she quietly slipped into the background every time he dismissed her. He remembered childhood mornings when she woke at 5 a.m. to pack his lunch, the way she stayed up late to sew his school uniforms, the way she cried silently the day he moved out, but still wished him luck. And what had he given her in return? A roof. Food. Nothing more. Emily's voice softened as she glanced at their 2 young children playing in the corner. "One day, they'll be watching you, Mark. They'll learn how to treat you by the way you treat your mother. Is that the lesson you want to pass down?" Mark's throat tightened. He looked at his mother, who sat silently, her eyes downcast as if she expected nothing more than silence. Slowly, he walked over, knelt by her chair, and took her frail hands in his. "I'm sorry, Mom," he whispered. "I never realized how much I've taken you for granted. You gave me your whole life without asking for anything, and I've been blind." Margaret smiled faintly, tears glistening in her eyes. "Son, a mother never keeps count. Love is not about numbers." That night, Mark drove to a clothing store and returned with 3 new dresses for his mother. She protested at first, but when he insisted, she finally hugged him. It was the first time in years he had felt the warmth of her embrace so deeply. The weeks that followed were different. Mark no longer saw chores as favors, but as silent acts of love. He helped his mom with dishes, joined Emily in cooking, and even taught his kids how to fold laundry. Slowly, gratitude replaced entitlement. Because finally, he understood what Emily meant. Love cannot be bought, but it can be honored. ***, and when his children looked at him now, They didn't just see a man. They saw a son who valued his mother. Drop a heart if you'll never take your parents for granted.